My online toolbox here today featuring websites for electricians. We're going to use a company called Stephen M. Parker Electric. The website is stephenmparkerelectric.com. And in this particular case, it's a fantastic representation of an electrician who is moving all of his marketing forward in a very strategic way. So what we want to do, when you go to the site, you'll see the best thing about an electrician is, unlike other businesses such as new home builders, remodeling, or deck builders, where they have to constantly focus in on specifically the cosmetic appeal, with an electrician, anything that offers cosmetic appeal is an added bonus, but the structure of your site is what's more important to at least help with lead generation, because the word electrician is so popular that you really have to go out of your way to target the topic correctly in order for any website to work. In this particular case, hats off to the gentleman. It's a do it yourself website. It's evolving. It will probably change by the time you have seen this video, but it's a great starting point to show you that in this particular case, he has his title tag set up for the website. He has his individual services and locations, and as we scroll down, you'll see that he's introducing the various different commercial and residential topics that he's looking to amplify as we go into a particular service, such as this being the residential electrician service, and we scroll down, we'll see all the various different topics that he plans to target over a period of time. It's not easy. It does require a little bit of education in order to do it correctly, but the structure here is done correctly, and hats off to him. As we go forward, you'll see that we can see here that he's also targeting his locations, and he has a long-term objective to enhance these locations, but his structure is done correctly. As we leave the website, we have to remember that a website by itself does not automatically generate leads. It could help you, when structured correctly, to be able to support the various different proposals that you're sending out to people. But in order to give an additional strength for the ranking opportunities, there are other topics such as Facebook. When we come here, the social signal is very strong. We can see that he already has a couple of hundred people liking him, which is fantastic. He's posting correctly and linking back to his site. He has here, he started on Instagram. He's building a following there through images. He already has a couple of dozen, just under 100 followers, with a half dozen or 2 dozen posts, excuse me. As we leave and the social world and the websites itself, and we see here even with Google My Business that he's getting great consumer validation, where he has 15 Google reviews with a 5-star ranking, which is pretty admirable. And what we want to remind you, electricians out there, you have two choices when creating a website. One is to do it yourself, and two is to hire an external website developer. There's no perfect right or wrong. Some people like to do it themselves, some people have the time to do it themselves, or some people simply want to pay another entity. But what we highly recommend you do is consider having basic education or advanced education to understand what is required by you before you do the website yourself or decide to hire someone. You need to be crystal clear on what the topics are so you could actually achieve two separate topics. One, looking good, and two, being prepared to be found by the search engines. In this particular case, too, some companies elect to have a marketing plan where we work directly with you beyond just the education, to be extremely strategic, that you understand not only what you need to do to look as good as you could be, but also to understand your competitive strengths and weaknesses in order to make the various different decisions on how best to implement a website that will just get you by, which does work many times, or a website that is required to have a very strong SEO background in order to generate leads. This is my online toolbox, wishing all electricians the best of luck with their marketing, and we hope to hear from you really soon. Thank you.